And we're back after that quick first match. We found another quick one for you here. We've picked up game two in a match between Rakdos Burn and Jun Death Shadow.
So I'm excited about this because it's kind of a pet deck of mine. I really like Rakdos Burn. I love Bump of the Night, and I like that you have like a huge concentration of 1 mana deal 3 spells. And that is going to just turn on your Swiss Spears and enable you to just, it's the faster version of the burn deck.
Mhm.
And also light up the stage is way more, it's easy to turn on and you can cast your spells because you're not playing like Lightning Helixes and Boros Charms. Pretty much all your light up the stages are going to hit. The only 2 mana spells that might be in the deck, I think, are going to be Skullcracks. And so it's just like a leaner, more efficient burn deck, but you do give up a little bit in the aggro matchups if you're playing against like a creature-based matchup because you don't have the Lightning Helixes.
Yeah. So I always love watching Burn Against Shadow. It's just very tricky because Shadow's so built to do itself damage that playing against a deck like Burn, you just have to completely change your game plan. It's tough. It's very tough for Shadow. But when played well, it can be very interesting. What am I looking at, Travis?
I have no idea what just happened.
It was the Chancellor. It was revealed.
Oh
Is there a
wow.
Black Chancellor? They are putting us through our paces tonight. I like this. Cycle Street Wraith.
When I think about Rakdos Burn, that's not a card that I was thinking
I,
of. I
we drained for three. We get a free Creeping Shell. So we've got a Bauble and a fetch land for Ryan. Chancellor of the Dross. So it is in fact a free Creeping Chill at the beginning of the game. And if somehow we get to the point that Michael needs to cast something for 7 mana, he can do that.
I'm gonna say this is bad.
I'm not sure this is good either. This is
I feel like the reason maybe is if you're playing this, you've got to be playing something like Faithless Looting, but wait, that's banned. I don't see why you'd play. I mean, it was cool to have it in your opening hand, but that
yeah.
just there's so many other spells you could be playing. I don't know why you would play that unless there's a way to cheat it into play.
Yeah, it's a terrible draw late. Obviously, it's nice to have the free Lightning Helix, but it's a pretty bad draw late. I wonder if he's got something up his sleeve with it.
Yeah, there has to be. Otherwise, that's just slightly confounding to me.
Ryan here going to fetch, notably bringing that land in tapped. He knows that that work's going to be done for him. Does not need to shock. Already at 14. Chancellored. Bobble trigger. Draw for turn. And we're going to see a Tarmogoyf. Here he is. Just a 3-4. Out of bolt range.
Okay, Gantu's Machinations.
Fill
Uh,
me in.
it's you when you lose life, you're gonna put a counter on it, and when it has 2 counters, I think you can sacrifice it. An opponent loses 3, you gain 3. So it's kind of like a Lightning Helix that plays with fetch lands, um, harsh shock lands. Oh, you get an energy. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, basically a counter, but it's like you get an energy when you lose life for the first time each turn, and then you can pay 2 energy to sack it and do a drain gain.
So it's perhaps that Michael's plan, even though he doesn't have as much removal that targets creatures, is he's actually built in a bunch of life gain here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the build is because I've actually played a lot of Rakdos Burn, and you have just so many 1 mana spells that deal 3. You get like Shard Volleys and stuff like that, and then your Lavamancers are better with Light Up the Stage. I'm just really curious about this. The Chancellor, I'm like, my mind is still trying to like, I'm still trying to
This
wrap
is
around that
Rakdos
concept.
Drain You, I think.
Maybe there's a payoff for gaining life or something. I'm unsure.
Maybe it's just a hedge against aggro.
So this is the producer speaking. Mike Dose is, or Michael is our resident brewer, so he kind of always brings a very interesting deck to Monday nights.
Yeah, I believe he has a plan.
I'm curious what this plan is. I'm interested in seeing it.
Well, right now it looks like involves an Eidolon of Great Revel and 2 Skewer the Critics, so
Well, Chancellor doesn't trigger Eidolon.
combo. Combo.
Oh,
It's
what's
just the
the
length of the stage. Oh, and the
producer? What's the miracle deal 5 damage card that some like is it list and legacy play? Thunderous Wrath, is that it?
Looks like I also see a light up of the stage in the hand from Michael. So Michael actually sitting on a lot of gasoline here. 11 is a scary life total for Ryan. Oh, look, we can discard this chance. That's what it's for.
What a deal. Oh, there we go, Thunderous Wrath. I feel like the Chancellor is worse than Thunderous Wrath, and people have experimented with that and burn a fair amount.
You're probably right. So we're looking at just in hand if we can, yeah. Spectacle's triggered off life loss, so if he can use the enchantment to drain for 3, he's immediately on Skewer Skewer. So that's 9 damage right there. And then anything at all will finish Ryan off. It'll also cut Ryan off of things like Cycling Street Wraith. He's got enough extra cards that he doesn't have to worry about the Liliana, really. He can just rip pretty much anything off the top and win the game. Or have a Mutavault, which stops Ryan from being able to attack.
Ryan's actually sitting on 3 skewers in hand.
Michael is.
Excuse me,
Oh,
yes.
3?
Yeah.
I saw 2.
I believe that.
So if he's got 3, he just needs another red source. Oh yeah, you're right. There's 3 and a light at the stage. We're gonna light it up. We're gonna try to find that other. Oh no, we're just gonna skewer. We're gonna get pokey. At you, yeah, at you.
I
Why
feel
not
like
go
you
with
just fire off the other skewer if you have a decent like amount of 3 damage spells in your deck, which I'm assuming that Michael's playing.
Just a few. Yeah, I think you just skewer as many times as you can while you have Spectacle, because next turn he untaps, he hard casts the other skewer, it's game over. Yeah, he has a Gruul tattoo, and it is sick as hell. All right, chat, if you got a guild tattoo, what tattoo would you get? Travis.
Oh,
Get Jeskai tattoo.
yeah, I'm like not into magic tattoos to be honest, but I appreciate people that are. But for me personally, I like them to be a little bit more abstract than that.
Fair enough, fair enough. None of my tattoos are magic tattoos.
I've seen some really cool ones I like a lot though.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
I could see myself getting some magic artwork tattooed.
That's legit. I could see that.
I just have a little bit. I don't want to like corporate brand myself with tattoos
Yeah.
necessarily.
So all of those images are
That's
trademarked.
my youth as an anarchist is can't quite do that.
Is a tattoo of an insect abstract?
Yeah, you have a great bug tattoo.
Yeah, bugs are fine. Bugs aren't corporations.
I have bad news, Ryan. I have real
Yeah, you're
bad
dead.
news.
Unless you have a feed
Bolt
the
you.
clans. Feed the clans? No.
All right, so that's going to be the match here. Let's see if we can get the triple.
We're getting a 3-for-1 here
yeah.
for matches in round 1.
You're getting your
so
value. I'm going to see
we're-
what I can find.
We're going to be back shortly with another match.